The dedication ceremony of our museum 25 years ago, our founding chairman, Elie Wiesel, stated that the museum was not an answer, that it's a question. And so for the past 25 years, our institution has been working to ask these big, complex questions about history and about human nature. And so I think that today's event was a chance to ask these big questions about bystanders, about complicity in these two historical contexts. So it was a chance for us to come together as a community to not compare two histories, but to ask questions about how does racism look and function in different societies.
I thought it was a really interesting event, and I'm very happy that I was actually able to attend. I think it's very important for events like these to take place. It's important to put a narrative behind these numbers and these stories so people can actually connect to them.
It's important to reflect on your past as far as the roles that everyone plays, either as a bystander or a perpetrator or victims of oppression, and how that intersects and how that kind of transcends into this modern political climate that we have.
To be able to continue to learn from different perspectives and different people who have been doing amazing research in the area of all kinds of civil rights.
Gatherings like this are very important, especially in our current atmosphere, politically, socially, that exists not just in the United States, but globally. There's been a decided retrenchment in the progressive movements from the 1940s, 50s, especially the 60s. And to have people come together and discuss issues of the Holocaust and Jim Crow, it reminds us that all of that work that was done, what's on the other side of it. So when people start talking about going back and making things like they used to be, I think sometimes it's because they forget what things used to be. And I think that if we look at this history, really study it, we'll learn from it and not be so prone to making the mistakes we're making right now.
We hear about this stuff in the history books, and we don't exactly put a face or a name to the stories that we hear. And so tonight it was all about knowing that it happened to real people. And then it was also helpful in us experiencing the emotions that they felt at the same time too.
I think events like these are really important because in the poster competition, they had information about all different types of problems and social issues that we've had. So I think it's important to include all these together in one show to really put perspective on the different things that are happening and how they're all connected together.
I think it's most important all communities should see it, be involved, and know what's going on.
I felt like it was a really good event, and it taught us a lot about not waiting to just people to tell your history, but going out and getting it told, because you don't want this to be repeating itself,
I think I really learned today the importance of the role of recognizing the power of your voice and then utilizing your voice not to be the loudest person in the room, but to be an ally and speaking up for those who don't necessarily have as strong of a platform based on their demographics or their education or whatever it may be.
Our goal, which is really to help the next generation, my goal is to help the next generation be agents of change to make this world a better place.
One of our strengths is that we have the power to convene people, to bring people together, to have these types of conversations. Through these discussions of these big questions that we can draw lessons about contemporary relevance of these histories.